I remember I was so annoyed because he did it, and like a bunch of people were asking, "Can he even do that?" Like Wardy and all these people, and they're like, "Has he ever played Protoss before?" And it's like, mate, what are you on about? He always plays Protoss
every
against
single
her.
time, yeah.
Yeah. Shaking my head.
Well, I am ready to get confused with my logos mod, but regardless, we are going to be kicking off our best of 5 grand finales here on Jagannatha KBBLE. We're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have the blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Guadalajara, Mexico. He spent some time in Korea, but now he's back in his homeland, representing Team GP. He is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player himself. Currently Zerg, not Protoss, representing Los Macacos all over the world, as well as Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
I still sort of support, I think it was Cristiano's idea to create another division called Los Crancos Macacos.
When did he say? Oh, I remember that. Oh god, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh god, and to be fair, he didn't say he said los monos. The cranky monkeys. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, Los Crancos Macacos. It flows very well. IMO.
Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. Oh god. All right. Here we go. So we are diving into this series and we'll see how this goes. We do see some people. I see Casimir in the chat. Casimir was playing in today's tournament, pointing out that yo, Cham does have a massive lead when it comes to the head-to-head. Very true, very true. But when it comes to the people who can ever take games and series off of Cham in Battle of the Americas, Jim is one of the few.
Very, very few. I think it was Jim, Paco, Mike,
Eggs.
Well, eggs every now and then.
When he's not playing League, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Shaking my head, eggs.
Yeah, I think I saw him try out Age of Empires.
Yeah, he's playing Age of Empires. A lot of people playing Age of Empires right now.
Yeah.
Jim as well. Jim was playing Age.
He was.
But yeah, so we'll see how this will go. Recently in DreamHack Fall, Jim did take Cham out, so we'll see if he can do it again. That's my question here, as Jim, he's a very different kind of Zerg player. For the very first time tonight in a ZvZ, we see someone committed to 2-base play.
What?
Huh.
Wow.
I'm surprised we haven't seen it more often, I'm not gonna lie. We've had some pretty goddamn standard openings from BioEyes, Cham, and the Zerg Lord.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Well, regardless, Cham is gonna go for a very, very, very quick lair. Are we gonna see another Roach timing here on Jagannatha Light? Everyone else can it be. But the lair is on the way.
Yeah, we do have a lair on the way here, as of course we do have 2-base play. Is this going to be for 2-base Muta? That is going to be the big question. What is this lair going to be for from the side of JimRising?
I have a confession to make, Light. I got so used to seeing Cyan and saying it's Cham that I thought JimRising was Cham. I was gonna go into this thing where it's like, oh yeah, Cham, he beat BioEyes, so now he has absorbed BioEyes' plan, and I noticed the decal. I'm like, wait, that's not Cham.
Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head.
I'll
So,
delete them logos mod at the end of the broadcast.
that's not gonna solve any issues, but here we go. We see what the lair was for. I was very confused because we didn't have the 4th gas taken. It is going to be for a lair, and Cham is unaware. He was trying to get a scout off, but he did not get into the main base, and because this is 2-base play, and because it's JimRising, it could be mutas. Like, for all Cham knows, mutas are coming across the map, but finally Cham is going to be able to scout.
It's so important that this Overseer came in. Not enough anti-air. Oh, but JimRising will cancel that that Nidus Worm just as it gets scouted.
Yeah.
Mind game.
Here we go. So JimRising respecting Cham because he got scouted. He's not going to try because he knows that if he tries, he will fail. So instead, he takes a 3rd base.
So I was half expecting him to grab a Spire after that.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, exactly. I'm with you there.
But I guess that would be too predictable.
Yeah, but I love this because he's utilizing the lair in a different way, right? He just goes straight for the upgrade, so he will hit a very strong 2-1 timing with speed. He will have the upgrade advantage, and there will be a pretty big window where he can utilize it against Cham.
That window is only widening for now.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully he can hit it, because if he cannot, then Cham will have the lead. Obviously, he has the faster 3rd base, he has more gases, more drones. Like, Jim, because he was trying to be cheeky and he's trying to, like, transition, like, he is in a really awkward place.
Yeah, he's basically running on borrowed time right now. It's the time that Cham decides not to push out, decides not to come in and attack. And to be fair, a lot of that does have to do with the fact that Cham scouted that Nidus network initially, so he is keeping a lot of forces at home just in case.
Yeah, that he isn't. It feels a little bit too late to do it, but... Alright, I'm going to shorten the period here. Only for 2 minutes. I accidentally did not click the submit button, so predictions are open for 2 minutes for the grand finals. Not ideal, as we're already in game number 1, but it's a best of 5, so there are plenty more games ahead of us.
There definitely are. And Cham has kind of called JimRising's bluff. He says, look, there's no Nidus yet. I know you're bluffing, so I am going to push across the map while I still have this massive army lead, and while our upgrades are still even. Cham is relentless right now, pouncing on top of just about everything.
Yeah, exactly.
JimRising's got.
Beautifully done here by Cham. He knew that this was when he had to hit a little bit too late, and these upgrades would have kicked in for JimRising. So Cham just crushing everything that Jim has. And Jim being a little bit too greedy. You know, there were no spines to help defend. Maybe droning up a little bit too much here to catch up. GG gets called, and Cham takes the first game.
This upgrade's finished just as the battle was ended. Unfortunate there for Jim.
Jim just needed a little bit more time. He needed those upgrades desperately. Oh, God. But I appreciate his opener there. Very different from all the other ZvZs that we had.
Yeah, if only he didn't get scouted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's Cham, though, you know. He's on point when it comes to his scouting. He's not known for his scouting like Ryu, but he's still very good at it.
I also to scout as well as El Condor. He's got eyes in the sky.
It's very true. It's very true, mate. Oh, boy. Oh.
Yes. Getting just about everyone in here. Let me. Yep. Cyan.
I just.
Cyan.
Yeah, I just saw what Darking said in Discord. Oh God. I mean, I appreciate that he's giving you the opportunity just because I mean, it makes sense in a way. Like, very rarely do you get to cast Battle of the Americas, right? Like, it's just like the last time you casted was last year. This is the first time you're casting this in 2021.
Yeah, that's why I'm having trouble sleeping lately. It's because I have to do my annual Bota cast, and then I will get peace.
There you go.
I'm hoping that's the case anyway.
For your sake, I hope so as well.
As we continue our series on 2000 Atmospheres, this is the last time, Light. We're gonna be... 2000 Atmospheres is getting out of the pool. This is the last time we can do a Blink-182 intro. And I completely...
especially because there's no ESL Open Cups this week. So this is... other than BTL tomorrow, but you're not going to be casting that, so...
I might. Like, no, I don't want to take that away from Oreo.
Oh, God.
Da-na-na. In the top right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner, the blue Zert player from the land of Mexico. He is, of course, going to be representing Team GP. He is Cham.
Also, what are you on about? Isn't 2000 Atmospheres the map that's staying?
I remember...
This and Blackburn, yeah.
Blackburn,
yeah.
Beckett, and one more.
Beckett was a typo. They confirmed that.
Oh, Beckett was the typo. Yeah. Okay. So it's this and Blackbird. Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, sporting in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have El Macaco himself representing the land of Mexico, as well as Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
We're gonna have a lot more Blink-182 intros.
Yay!
Don't stop coming. And don't stop coming.
I literally don't know any other Blink-182 song, I'll be honest. I didn't even know that was a Blink-182 song until you said it. Like,
wait, which one?
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, Don't Stop Coming is a Smash Mouth song.
I don't even know what that song is.
Yeah. It's a Shrek song.
Ah, there you go. God, I miss Shrek.
Do you?
The first movie, yeah, it was great. It was a great movie.
Yeah,
and then they just ran the series into the ground.
It's gonna be a fifth one.
Is there? What?
Apparently.
Oh God.
That or there were talks of getting a fifth one on the ground. I don't know if it's actually in production.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they were actually serious about it, but... yeah, we're considering making a fifth.
Oh, boy. Well, until then, of course, we have plenty of StarCraft to tune into and look forward to. And, yeah, once again, Jim with the 2 base.
Will he actually get the Nidus off the ground this time? Or... will he go for something a little bit more aggressive, a little bit cheekier? Do base Muta.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how I feel about doing this against Cham, because, like, he's just so good with his scouting. He's just so good. And not just that, he's making 16 links. Mate, he's gone for it.
Yeah, JimRising is the one to get +1 melee first, but Cham is the player to pull the trigger first. He is going to be the first player to be across the map. Now, Jim does scout this of his Overlord. Does it matter?
That is the question, because Jim wants to go 2 base Muta. That +1 melee does signify that. But can he survive long enough? Because a lot of lanes are about to show up here, and they want to bust through this queen. They want to bust through the wall.
I thought that was a hole, but apparently not. Some very nice surface area on top of this Roach Warren. Link count is starting to get thinned out a little bit. 1 queen will go down. And Cham, he's evaluating. He decides to cut his losses. He got a queen. It's something, even though it's not as much as what he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't just get a queen. He forced roaches as well. And a lot of lings. Ugh, lings that I'm sure Jim wanted to be drones. Jim himself wasn't confident that he was going to hold on. But now, that was a wall. That was a wall. That was a hole. That was a hole.
Wait.
Cham. Oh no, we have a massive ling flood coming across the map. What does Cham have? He evacuates his 3rd base. And Jim is not aware of the 3rd.
Oh! It's not a wall. Unfortunately, it looks like there was a queen body blocking that Evo chamber. Jim gets it out of these 2 queens. He's going to be able to gave off the drone count.
All these workers are gonna go down. The roaches are coming out now, but it's a little bit too late. We already have roaches here for JimRising. It looks like with the reinforcements, Cham will be able to hold on here, but a lot of workers went down. Oh my God.
That's it. Cham is still ahead on the drone count somehow.
Mate, Mexican players just don't know how. They just don't like walls, mate. They just.
They
It's just.
They don't.
Oh my god! just look at the non-wall here. Oh god.
It needs to have a hole to entice Cham to move into that spine
He
crawler.
didn't even know. He didn't even know there was a hole there when he showed up, mate. He was.
Oh, he's plugging it up.
No, he's not.
Well, there's a spine crawler.
Oh
Soon TM.
my god. Meanwhile, there we go. Spire is on the way. We're going full clown fiesta here. As you said, even though Cham lost a lot of work. Oh, he gets us around!
Very nicely done. A +1 melee will come into effect. Well, it looks like there was enough supply here for Cham to chase this away.
Yeah. Jim is in a really rough place. He had to end the game with that massive link flood. As we were saying before, all those things, Jim, he wanted them to be workers. Like, he's in such a rough economic position right now. He does have the Spire, I guess. We'll see if Jim can make some magic happen with these mutas.
All 8 mutas are in production, and if there was any player I would trust 8 mutalists with, it is Demi. But also JimRising.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, we'll see. I mean, Jim has said before in the past that he does look up to Jim. Sorry, Demi does look up to Jim, and his style is inspired by him. So we'll see the mutas come out, but they are spotted by the changeling. Once again, Cham on top of his scouting. He already has some spores on the way, mate, and he's working on the infestors.
Yep, really taking a page out of BioIce's book.
That he is. Meanwhile, here we go. The mutas are trying to find a way in. They're at least going to find some overlords. What I will say is, again, mutas in the head of Jim. He can make something happen. Yo, he targeted us down. The queen with the highest energy. He gets it.
No more transfuse going to be available. The spore crawler's not quite in range. And just like that, Jim gets a cool 2 queens.
Mate, he wants a third. He's going to get a third.
He's going to get a third. Yeah, nicely done.
He loses 1 muta for it, but 1 muta for 3 queens? Well, worth it.
Exactly, especially with how much utility queens have in the long run compared to mutalists.
Exactly. Meanwhile, it looks like an overseer is going to get caught. We do have roaches moving across the map, and this has not been scouted by Jim. Jim is unaware, and his mutas are out of position.
Not too much defenses back at home either. There's 1 spine crawler, but it's going to get targeted down. The queens of Jim are in a very precarious position as well.
Yeah, the drones are being focused down. Ooh, this roach run-by is paying for itself, especially because they had this run-by had no right to deal any damage whatsoever because of the mutas. So, very nicely done here by Cham. A great way to just keep the economy of Jim just in the gutter.
It really feels like Jim did a really good job of taking out those queens. Cham just got queens and more.
Yeah, exactly.
For less.
Oh god, and now Jim, like, he needs to do more, but because of these roaches, like, he just stuck at home.
Yeah, he's pretty much given up the map control. Drones are going down the left and right. We've hit the point where Cham wanted to spend larva on drones, but was forced to spend them on lings instead. Now he's forced to spend larva on drones when he wants to get mutalists instead.
Yeah, exactly, and oh god, Cham is just doing such a good job with these roach run-bys. You almost never see roach run-bys like this, but it's just insane what Cham has pulled off here. 15 drones have gone down. Ay, ay, ay.
I almost feel like Cham's mad. You want to kill 3 of my queens, Jaime? Okay. I'm just gonna kill every drone you've got with every run by I throw across the map.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of this is on Jim. His overlords are not in the best position. They should be on every single pathway, especially because he has map control. Like, unfortunately, he has very little vision in these areas of the map, and because of that, like, he just doesn't see the roaches coming.
And there really isn't any way for Cham to threaten the overlords, so it is surprising that Jim hasn't really been spreading them out as much. Gets a couple of queens here, but he does bleed out Mutalists. GG. Cham just took it to match point.
GG. Well played. Cham takes the lead, and now he only needs 1 more.
Un momento.
Wow. Un momento is all he needs. Meanwhile, let me just quickly check here. Massive shout out. Oh my god. Massive shout out to Casimir in the chat.
Ooh.
Joining Blacker Dues with a 10 USD donation of his own.
Much appreciated. As I say on behalf of both Cham and Jim.
Yeah.
We'll both be receiving that.
Oh god, thank you so much for the support that we have gotten here for this tournament. As Yaku just said, the players really appreciate it as well. I mean, it's due to tournaments like this that someone like Cham can again afford to be a full-time pro gamer. Jim is a streamer, you know, he makes the majority of his money through Twitch, but Cham, like, it's thanks to these weeklies that he was able to afford to go to Korea in the first place, to practice as much as he has, to be signed by a Korean pro team like Team GP. Yeah, it's all thanks to these events, mate.
To get noticed in a sense. And I believe the coupon codes have also been used up. I could be wrong here.
Yeah, they have.
Because I know there was... There we go, alright. Because I remember there was a way with the new UI. There is a way to check how many codes you have left. And I just saw it. Yeah, 0 out of 20 remaining. We did it, chat.
We did it. Shout out to the chat. Thank you so much for helping out here with the Matcherino, with Battle of the Americas. As a reminder, Battle of the Americas, it is a weekly tournament every single week. Sunday, if you're here in Australia and Singapore and Southeast Asia, but Saturday if you're in the land of the North Americas or the Latin Americas. Every single week we have Battle of the Americas, and it features, you know, top tier talent from North and South America.
Yeah. A little bit lighter on the NA representation this week, but I'm assuming that's because of DreamHack.
Yeah, again, like, unfortunately, Patty Mac signed up, but he was just a little bit late on the check-ins, so he couldn't show up today either. Ugh, feels bad, man. Feels bad.
I want to spam my snack.
Oh, mate, Patty Mac.
Exactly. Go for a patty melt. As we continue our series.
He fixed it!
What?
Look!
It's the owl.
He did it!
It's the owl. You'll love to see it. We continue our series on Oxido We're in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner. The blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Mexico. He only needs one more to win, and now he's fixed his decal. He might be able to do it. Representing Team GP, he is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Mexicano himself, El Macaco, El Streamer del Pueblo, as some know him as. Representing ZvZ Esports, it is JimRising. El Rancio, mate.
Sí. Silencio.
Oh, I haven't said it. Arturo Duran. Sorry. Jaime Arturo Duran. Silencio, mate. Let's go. Oh, God. Fun fact. I was actually looking because Chicken Man was casting the OSC season playoffs. And in the bracket, Cham faced me and Micah again. Guess who won?
Do I want to be spoiled?
Yeah, me and Micah won again. Maybe.
That's actually...
Oh, God.
Now, in my mind, in my headcanon, Mio Micah initially beating Cham in that show match was what motivated Cham to go to Korea to practice. If you're telling me they came back from Korea and Mio Micah still beat him, aye.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yeah. Fun fact: in the lower bracket, currently Cham is playing against Eric. It's being casted by Replays over on Chicken Man's channel at the moment. And the winner of that series goes up against Gogo Joey.
Oh!
You love to see it, mate.
You love to see it. Obviously, I'm going to cheer for Eric there, our old duckling, but a part of me does want to see Cham go up against Gogo Joey.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to see Cham go up against the entire Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, like I love the like Oceania versus LatAm matches that we've been getting recently. I know that I don't think you've been able to watch it. Check out the VODs if you have the time. But like even last week we had Starduck versus Paco Mike in our Team League match, for example. Yeah, like there are these matches happening that we don't see often at all. It was the first time they played in competitive settings, so it's great to like kind of see these two regions and get an idea of like where people are, right? It's like, how good is Gogo Joey compared to Eric and Cham? I don't know.
Well, that's why we built the bridge from across the Pacific.
We did.
So
mate.
we got players like Neo and Rio. Well, I guess Rio is in Italy right now, but yeah, players like Neo and Eric practicing with Oreo and Starduck.
Yeah. This has happened. They have played Cosmos together, and it's great to see them interact like that. So hopefully we see more of that in the coming months. Meanwhile, once again, JimRising is going for 2-base Muta, but with a massive Ling Flood to start things off.
I thought you were going to see once again JimRising's wall is not a wall, but yes, he is going for a massive Ling Flood with
It's a strange
+1.
wall, mate.
It's
I mean, the wall is a wall, to be fair, so Cham is performing this a little bit better.
Long.
It is. Oh no, the queen's gonna go down. Mate, there's not enough energy for transfuse. Mate!
There isn't, just barely is enough energy for transfuse. The drones are body blocking, surprisingly, and buying a little bit of time for these roaches to pop out. Jim, will be able to take out the Roach Warren and the third base. Beautifully done. And he's still got plenty of links remaining as a defensive force.
Exactly. Beautifully done here by JimRising, sniping the third hatchery, and this Roach Warren does stem the tide here. It does mean that Cham, if he wanted to go for a counterattack, is not going to be anywhere near as strong as he wanted it to, and now Jim is free to go into that Spire.
Just like so. Ooh, could get a little bit of a flank here on top of these links. But Jim does back away in time.
Yeah, feels bad, man. He wanted a kill on that drone. That drone just barely survived. Ugh, JimRising pulling back a little bit too soon. Wasn't able to get that kill. Meanwhile, Jim just droning up. This time his economy, it's safe, it's sound, and he's even getting a third base. A third base.
Didn't think I'd see today.
Third base.
A third. Come on.
No,
Yep.
no,
It's in there. Once queen again. It's like, there we go. I was gonna say, it's like how Protoss players throw on the pylons before they throw it on Nexus.
There you
They
go.
just want to be able to, they just want to be able to make sure that they can reinforce if need be.
And quickly checking the vision of Cham. Cham did confirm the Spire, so he's well aware he should be getting ready. There we go. Queen production has commenced. And we'll see how this game will go. This is the game that Jim wanted in game number 2. And now he's getting into this so much better. Like, his economy isn't in shambles. He has the map control. He was able to deal some damage. The mutas are coming out. And this time, his overlords do seem to be in much better positions.
Yeah, still a little bit of a blind spot towards the northwest, but what are the chances that Cham goes in that location?
What are the odds? What are the odds that he just patrols around the edge of the map and tries to hit, like, the natural or something? You know, what are the odds?
Pretty high.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll see. We'll see. As mutas are coming out, and Cham, he's stuck at home. He's taking this much more seriously. Look at all these spires. Sorry, all these spores.
Yeah. Dude, but spores are the anti-spire.
They are. Oh god, but yeah, Cham, he's hunkering down on 3 bases. He knows that he cannot break out.
So he's just gonna try to saturate these 3 bases as much as possible as he gets to the next phase of his tech. A hive is already in production very, very quickly.
Very quickly indeed. This tells me Cham doesn't want to go into necessarily infestors. He may want to go straight into vipers instead.
Ooh, a couple of parabombs.
Yeah.
Definitely even things out for him. Jim trying to find an angle, and he will be able to
Ooh.
attack a couple of drones, but yeah, I'm really liking the Venn diagram of spore crawlers here for Cham.
Yeah, we do see Cham reposition a little bit because he recognizes that his gas was a little bit exposed. The gas almost got focused down, but Jim did let it go. So Cham is able to secure his bases, and there we go. Hydras are on the way. And Burrow is on the way as well. This is the way for Cham to get across the map and try and hinder the economy of JimRising.
Yeah, turning the clock roaches. Definitely turn things around.
Yo, there we go. As soon as the hive is done, Vipers are on the way.
Beautiful. You'll have to see it.
Oh boy. So it's going to be on JimRising to try and split against those power bombs or snipe the Vipers before the power bombs go up. A bit of a dance with the mutas, if you will.
And he definitely has quite a bit of time to get that ready. A very explosivo chamber.
Oh god, we do have a couple of transfuses, but are the transfuses going to be enough? Oh, they're running out of energy.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's gonna be, but apparently it is.
Is it?
Not.
Is it? Oh, Onomas. Oh my god!
They're able to cancel +3 again.
He forces another Evo chamber to be made because Cham knows that he can't build anything on this one.
Imagine if he absorbs energy on that Evo chamber. Just kill it already.
Yeah.
Might as well.
May as well, mate. It's already on the brink of death, mate. It's already...
Let it out of its misery.
Oh god. Meanwhile, the queens are out of energy. They used a lot of it trying to save that Evo chamber earlier. We do have one power bomb in the middle of everything. Spit, Puppy, spit! He's not spitting! No!
No! Oh, and just like that, I think Jim might have given up whatever advantage he had. He still isn't out of it. He still has a very comparable economy, and he's still got plenty of production, but he doesn't have as strong of a grip when it comes to map control. Tech-wise, he is quite a bit behind.
What's important, though, is that, one, he just had to wait a little bit longer to regen that energy, and he killed every single queen. It's only Hydras now to defend, forces a cancel on the 4th base, these mutas. What's important is that a lot of them got low, but very few of them actually died in that last engagement.
Yeah, mutas can definitely regen health a lot quicker than a lot of the other Zerg units. Another pretty good pair bomb, but an even better split.
Mate, that was instant, mate. Oh my god. Oh.
Pair bomb right in the middle, but the split once again. No!
Puppy, please.
Okay, he evacuates it in time. A couple of lurkers out for Cham, but that means that it cuts into his Hydra count. You can see it's a little bit less anti-air. Massive Baneling run by. Gets 11 drones, and oh my lord, Light, I just noticed the worker count difference.
Yeah, boy. Even though we had a pretty amazing split here by Cham, 11 workers still went down. This is the thing. Cham, even though he got Burrow, like, where are the borrowed roaches? He didn't counterattack at all. He had the opportunity and he didn't go for it because of that. Jim, his economy is out of control, mate. He is getting maxed out. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Looks like he actually canceled Burrow at some point.
Oh my god. Apparently he did. I guess he wanted more queen production. I don't know if it was intentional or not that he canceled that Burrow.
Huh. Well, it is keeping him alive for now, and he is trading out his roaches to get more Hydras, to get more Vipers out. Well, not more Vipers, but yeah, just more Hydras and potentially more Lurkers if need be.
It's one of those things where, to be fair, like Cham's army is the late game Zerg army that you want. Hydra, Lurker, Viper. It's very difficult for Mass Muta to engage into this, so Jim, he either has to go into Hydra, Lurker, Viper himself or do something crazy.
Yeah, or completely avoid the army and instead try to win an economic war, which he may.
Yeah, he could like approach this like a versus mech game where he just keeps harassing with his mutas and goes for nothing but Ling run-bys and like kills like the 3rd base over and over again or something. Like,
it's bully your opponent to submission.
Yeah, it's difficult to do though because we do have plenty of lurkers. Like, we were talking about it earlier. Like running Banes into lurkers, it's difficult to make it work.
The Vipers. Okay, not too vulnerable, thankfully.
Yeah, decent split once again there. by the mutas, so Jim only losing a single muta. He's working on his own hive, but it is so much later, and he needs to make something happen. He's maxed out. He has a dispensable army, but it's just Cham did the most difficult part, which is getting a 4th base up and running.
Exactly, and now he has it up and running. He's surviving. He's fortifying it very, very well. We're getting to a point where the economy is okay. Jim still has a much better economy, but we are getting to a point where both players are about to be maxed out. But Cham is going to be maxed out with a much better army. This run by actually getting a little bit of damage, but not as much as that is, I think, the clincher as we got a little bit of lag.
that killed Darking's internet, mate. Oh my god.
Apparently.
Blew up right in his modem, mate. As that was a really nice run by there. As we saw, it takes a lot of Ling Bane to get past all these lurkers. But it is possible. It is possible.
Yeah, very inefficient trait to say the least, but eventually Jim could just overwhelm him. No sé si lagio. Está invenido. Lloviendo. Pero todo está bien aquí.
Está bien aquí. Yeah.
Está bien aquí.
Yeah. He's saying, sorry, like...
Yo estar king. Yo estoy bien.
Yeah, bien is short for bien. Yeah.
Bien.
Look at that. Look, yo, Yaku, he's using this opportunity to learn some Spanish, man. Look at him go. Yeah, he said all those words. He has no idea what he just said, but, you know, he said it.
It's like Dora.
Just like the door, mate.
Decentish connection. I mean, it gets a couple of Hydras, but mostly those Banelings just connect with Roaches. That's exactly what Cham wants, and now he's looking to turn the tables.
That he is. Meanwhile, JimRising is trying to buy a little bit more time to get into those ultras. That is a natural transition of what he has. It's still difficult to pull off. Like, you have to make sure that you don't fight all the lurkers at once, because ultras can melt if they fight in the wrong position. Oh, speaking of wrong position, the flanking Banes
are going to be able to catch all of these. I think those were lurkers.
All Hydras.
Those Hydras?
All Hydras.
Hydras, okay. Are able to catch those Hydras, which is still a massive amount of damage. That's a lot of anti-air out of commission.
That it is, and again, that was a really nice catch there by JimRising, trading very efficiently. Also wanting to trade out some of his army because ultras do take up a lot of supply. But again, he needs a lot of time for those upgrades because now he needs kindness plating, he needs ultra speed as well, he needs everything to try and make sure these ultras can close the distance and get on top of the lurkers.
Gonna try to do these mutas, since he was saying he's just looking to trade them as much as possible, but may as well get a little bit more harassment damage done.
Yeah. Gets gas,
Yes.
gets 2 spores.
Yeah, not too bad. He's more than fine with eating a single pair of hump to the face if it means that he's able to get some more damage done.
Yeah, I mean, the time of the mutas has come and gone. I do think that he wants to get rid of all these mutas eventually. We're in a really weird scenario. There's a world where, when the fight happens, if JimRising can kill all the Hydras, I mean, the mutas will clean everything up. Like, it's very possible that could happen.
But on the flip side, if Cham can get all the mutas as he blinding clouds parabombs half the army.
Oh god.
It is taking so long to even just split up the forces just because of the sheer amount of parabombs. The detection has been taken out.
Exactly.
At least when it comes to this force.
That was a massive blow here to the mutas. Meanwhile, oh my god, now it is go time. He's realized, mate, you just lost half your mutas. Now I can push out across the map. But can he? Because the ultras are coming out.
And they're already here, but they're fighting every single lurker as they get borrowed parabombs to get thrown down. And that definitely gives Jim a lot more opportunity.
The ultras are stuck! He's stuck in the main! He can't get out!
No, their Yaku curse, and even despite the blinding clouds,
they can't get out.
Lurkers are able to get some damage done.
Yeah, 3 ultras stuck in the main base. Feels bad, man. 3-3, it looks like it will not finish. Cham, he has done it. He broke through. GG gets called.
Jim almost made himself a funnel there with those ultras. The lurkers bar right at the bottom of that ramp.
Yeah.
And with that, GG, Cham takes that series 3-0. I forgot to do it again because I'm coming off a DreamHack. Well played.
GG, well played. Like, honestly, JimRising, he was doing very well there. There was a world where maybe he could have taken that game and gotten some momentum. That was probably the best we have seen from Jim in a very Jim fashion, you know, using his mutas. There's a reason why he is known as the muta king in Latin America. He almost made some magic happen there, almost took a game off of Cham. But just a little bit of miscontrol there. Like, I say miscontrol, a little bit of unfortunate SimCity in his natural. Very unfortunate. Oh.
Should have went Void Race. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's you never expect, like, oh, I'm gonna go ultras in the late game, but then, like, mate, they're pretty thick, you know. They need room to.
They are.
Yeah. Oh. And with that, congratulations to Cham.
Yeah, once again, coming back from Korea, obviously has a lot of that's what I'm looking for here. A lot of fruitful practice coming down. Wins another Bota.
Yeah, very fruitful.
I think this is 2 weeks in a row. Could be mistaken.
I believe so. I believe it is. I think last week it was actually Cham versus BioWice in the finals.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So, congratulations to Cham winning 2 weeks in a row. I think only 2, because I think the 3rd week behind that was Trigger, just before DreamHack.
I remember that.
Yeah. But
very fun series.
Congratulations to Cham, and thank you so much, Yaku, for joining me today.
You as well.
Yeah, I know that this isn't a tournament that you typically wake up for and are available for.
I didn't wake up for it either this time. Just happened to be awake.
Yeah. God damn it. Hopefully you can get some rest at some point.
Yep, now that I've done my annual Bota cast,
hey.
I can finally be at peace.
You can
get my sleep schedule back.
You can go to the sweet embrace of the bed, mate.
I hung up my blanket, so I'm not sure to try yet.
Oh boy.
So, gonna be awake for a little while longer.
Oh, good. But yeah, massive shout out to our 2 finalists. Again, top 2 do get paid out in this tournament, so both Cham and JimRising will be walking away with some decent USD. On top of that, shout out to BioWice. BioWice is the highest ranking NA player, so he will be walking away with 10 USD.
And while we're mentioning all that, shout out to everybody who boosted the prize pool. Both, I don't remember the names of those who paid out of their own pocket, but
Casimir.
yeah, Casimir and Casimir.
Hold on,
everybody who uses coupon codes.
It was. I remember this boo in his name, Blaker Dudes. Blaker Dudes.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you.
That does mean that Jim and Cham get to eat a little better this week.
Oh yeah. That they do. So thank you so much, everyone, for the support. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today as well. All of our regulars and a couple of newer viewers as well. I believe. Now I've screwed myself. Shout out to. Hold on. Is it Dunatre Monde? I'm pretty sure it's 2 words. I'm pretty sure it's 2 words. Yeah, like Monte de Cristo, you know, like Dunadre Monde. Thank you so much for tuning in for the first time. I believe I haven't seen you in the chat before. Shout out to Casimir, of course, even Sapikuli towards the end. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast today. It's always great to tune in to Battle of the Americas every week.
I enjoy it myself. Very unique games. Again, it's a very stylistic region, Latin America.
Yeah. We even saw a couple of upsets.
To be able to cast them.
Yeah, like Sub was able to make a deep run as well. We didn't get to see the conclusion of his run, but regardless, like, he was able to go further than he ever has before. Even started off with the Neo with the Shaggy, you know? It's great.
Yeah. Not Neo without Shaggy, it's
There you go. There you go. If you want to tune into our next broadcast, usually on Sundays, Yaku comes in a little bit later and we cast ESL Open Cup Asia together. That's usually how things go. But unfortunately, there are no ESL Open Cups this week. The ESL website is having maintenance, so it will not be available for these weeklies, so they postpone them until next week instead.
They scheduled it for sleep schedule this 1 week.
Yeah, they knew that you'd be fucked, and they're trying to help you out.
Yeah. Thanks, Apollo.
There you go. He's got you.
He's not in charge. He's not in charge of the website.
Sinistro, mate. Sinistro.
Sinistro. Yeah. Thanks, Sinistro.
Oh,
I know you're watching.
Every now and then, he's there. He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
Maybe a little early for him today, but yeah.
I also want to also say that because we don't have ESL Open Cup Asia this week, our next broadcast is going to be in just under 24 hours. Tomorrow, we are going to be live with Berserker Team League. Week 3 for the CranKy Ducklings. CranKy Ducklings are going to be going up against Unidos por el Vicio in a best of 5 pro league format. You're going to see players like Ryu, Eric, Starduck, and Neo all dive in. Usually Oreo also participates, but this week he has decided to take a step back and to watch above the other ducks and cast the series alongside me.
He's up above, like an Oreo.
Just like an Oreo.
Oh, I didn't realize this, but Cham is going to be playing for Unidos, it seems.
Yes, yeah, he's a mercenary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So it's going to be a pretty tough match. You could last week we were able to defeat Infernales. I would argue maybe the stronger Latin American team, but because of the mercenaries, you know, Unidos is also a pretty strong team as well. They have, of course, got Chaos Fate, Zions, Tavo, very strong Peruvian lineup, and we cannot take them lightly.
But of course, we have Neo, who, in my mind, I said Neo and Ryu were both at the top tier of Peru.
True. Very true. Very true.
They've got strong Peruvians. We've got the strongest Peruvians.
Straight fire coming out of Yaku's mouth, man. Let's go. Oh god. But
actually, Ryu's not going to be playing, is he?
No, he will. He will play.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. Starting last week, Ryu, after his DreamHack run ended, he's like, you know what? Sign me up. I want to be a part of it as well. So
nice.
We have the
full. So we got the full. Yeah.
The full power of the ducks at our disposal, mate.
Quack.
Oh god. So yeah, be sure to tune in tomorrow for Berserker Team League. We will currently there is no event on TL, but we will make one, so you know it will be there available to you. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on our broadcast, follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We post whenever we go live. We also post to our Discord server if you want to join our Discord and interact with us there.
Exclamation mark your Discord.
Yeah, there you go. Thought you gotta say a little bit more about that, but sure.
You can go to tournament spoilers and look what happens when you forget to delete logo. I should do that right now, actually.
There you go.
Now that you reminded me.
Oh god, thank you so much, ARJ Skater, for the 6 bits. Thank you so much. There he is, Starduck in the chat. Yes, he's gonna be playing something other than Kerrigan Survival 2. It's always exciting to see.
Surprisingly, this is probably the best thing to come out of Berserker Team League, isn't it?
It really
we actually
is.
Have a minimum amount of games needed.
Yeah, I was talking to Kuro.
Actually ladders.
Yeah, I was talking to Kuro about it. That was one of the biggest reasons why I signed us up. Other than the servers, is because it forces Starduck to ladder. So I'm very happy. Very happy.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, as we get a splash in the chat. God damn it, Yaku. But
look, somebody was asking what it does earlier on, so
it's true, it's true. You could see the chip charge.
Demonstrate. Yeah.
Shoot out. With that, Yaku, do you have anything else you want to add? Mate, Yaku, are you gonna be streaming at all this week?
I should. I don't know if I will.
You should.
I should.
You should.
Not gonna make any promises, but if I do,
Final
then that's
Fantasy?
gonna be over at twitch.tv/Yakuzaku. Hey, if I can figure out how to make it stop crash.
Oh, true.
10 seconds.
True. God damn it, Yaku. God damn it. What was that? Yeah, Yakuzaku 1 on Twitch?
Yes. Yakuzaku1 on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. Twitter.com at Empore Yakuzaku. Exclamation mark Discord, which we mentioned early on, but that's mostly where you can find me. I'm hanging about there. And other than that, well, I'm usually here. CranKy Ducklings. Twitch.tv/CranKy_Ducklings.
There you go. Meanwhile, I just realized I didn't even have the Twitch title updated. Beautiful. You can follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter throughout the week. I'm typically streaming some Final Fantasy recently. I've been streaming some Final Fantasy 12.
Not 14.
Yeah. I reserve 14 for when I play with Kuro, but, you know, on
Not
the...
me.
True. On the off hours when Kuro isn't available, I am currently streaming my single-player solo playthrough of Final Fantasy 12. We've been having a lot of fun, and if you cannot tune in live, check out my YouTube channel because I have started uploading them on a daily basis. The first 2 parts are up on YouTube. So yeah, I recommend it. It's a bunch of nonsense, mate.
No, I can't do that because I think it's like legality.
What?
I was gonna say I'm tempted to do a playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, which happens like which takes place I think a little bit after 12 or a little bit before 12, but it's in the same world and the characters. I know there are characters from Final Fantasy 12 that do have an appearance in that, but I'm not sure if that's entirely legal because I'm not sure if it's entirely legal because I would run it on emulator.
Shaking my head, Yaku, shaking my head. Well, be sure to check out his stream if he does go for it. And with that, thank you everyone for watching. We appreciate the support. If you want to help support the CranKy Ducklings, then we do ask, just follow the channel. If you want to go one step further, bits, subscriptions, we have our Patreon page as well. All the money that we make does go towards our tournaments that we run, as well as the players that we sign as a part of our pro team. If it wasn't for the people in the chat, then we wouldn't be able to make this happen. So thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us, and we will see you tomorrow for Berserker Team League. Ciao.
Bella.